Do you know what so many women are struggling with, but they really don't want to talk about? That's what I'm going to let you know today. So, one of my goals as a love and marriage coach for women is to let people know how common relationship struggles are so you don't feel shame or embarrassment or like something's wrong with you or your husband if you're having issues. So, it's all over the internet that women want more help. It's all over the internet that women want more, words of affirmation or acts of service or affection. And these are things that I think we're comfortable admitting we have a problem with, that most women will say, yeah, we need those things, and it's okay to say we need them. But there's another thing that's going on that we pretty much don't hear about. And that's that a lot of women are disappointed that they're not receiving sex in their relationship. And this is something that flies under the radar because there's so much conversation about men who are not receiving it, or about women who have low libidos or lose their libido after kids or at menopause. That's a really common conversation. But actually, there's a lot of women whose husbands have stopped pursuing them sexually. And I want to talk about this because it's not anything to be ashamed of. It's not totally unheard of. It's actually quite common. But it's become taboo. It's kind of like women don't want to admit this is happening because we've been sold this idea that men are always wanting it, that men are always available, that women are the gatekeepers, and that if she is allowing the sex, it's going to happen, right? And that's not the case in a lot of relationships because there's different phases, right? When you're single, your libido is different than when you're in the honeymoon phase, is different than when you're in long-term relationships. And long-term relationships have a tendency to tank people's libidos. They can tank the man's or the woman's. It's not just a woman thing to lose interest over time. So, first, I want to tell you what this doesn't mean. This often does not mean he does not find you physically attractive anymore. Women will often go to this immediately because that's our wounding, that's our insecurity. I have to be looking like I did when I was 22. I have to somehow go back to that, and then he would be attracted to me because he was when we met, right? But the physical aspect of attraction is only one component. It's the most important component initially, right? When you catch someone's eye and you're attracted to them in the early stage of a relationship. But in long term relationships, your actual physical appearance becomes less and less the reason that sex is going to happen or not. Now, this doesn't take away from the fact that men are visual and they love to see beautiful women, but it's just that they can be also distracted, also stressed out, also busy, also bored, all these things that women will claim as reasons they're not interested in sex or they don't initiate. So, what is the real reason? The real reason that men lose the motivation to pursue their female partner is because you have a reversal of sexual energies. When a relationship has chemistry and passion, the masculine partner will be pursuing the feminine partner, and she will be um, enthusiastically receiving him. She'll be excited about him. She'll be grateful and appreciative, and he will be enjoying the chase, and she will be enjoying the attention. And that creates ongoing chemistry and passion if you can keep that energy going. But what we do is we think that everything that happens in the bedroom is totally separate from everything that happens outside the bedroom. But they actually mirror each other quite commonly. So if outside the bedroom the man is not pursuing, if he's not feeling the need to be near to his woman, and she is then pursuing him and looking for ways to be near to him and looking for ways to get close to him, he's going to experience diminished arousal, essentially. He'll be like, okay. And he's not going to know why. And women don't know why either, because nobody's studying this stuff like I am and reading all these books and working on it with clients and seeing it happen over and over again. It's really hard to describe because it's an energetic imbalance that's happening. It's really important that you know this because this is something you can fix really easily often. And it doesn't have to be a huge deal. It doesn't have to be a big conversation. It doesn't have to be about your looks. It really is just about shifting your own energy into the same energy you had when things started. The same energy you had when you were excited to see him, when you were flirty, and you felt kind of like, ooh, butterflies when you saw him, because that is what he codes as welcome. This woman is welcoming me, right? Now, this is just one piece of the puzzle. The rest of it is backing off your pursuit so that he's not on his heels, essentially, like leaning back, like, oh, what's going on here? Because when the sexual chemistry dies in a relationship and the sexuality dies, there becomes kind of a deadlock where nobody wants to make the first move. Nobody wants to get rejected. People think maybe this is just how it is now. Both partners are in their own heads about why that is. They're making assumptions about, why this person is not pursuing them, or that person's not available, or maybe they don't want it. And all of this is just contributing to the inertia and the lack of progress towards a fulfilling sexual relationship. So I really wanted to talk about this to let all you beautiful, hardworking, loving women know that nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. That's not why this is happening. There's just a few little tweaks in your energy and your approach that can bring back the fire again. And the really good news I want to share with everyone is this can continue for your whole life. It has nothing to do with how old you are, how long you've been together, how many kids you have. You can still have a thriving sexual relationship. There you have it. Women have the same complaints men do. There's nothing wrong with you if that's the case, and you can turn things around. If you're a man and you are in those shoes and you're frustrated, I have many recommendations for you. Just message me and I'll let you know of coaches who can help you turn that around on a dime, because it's not a mystery what causes people to want to be close to each other. We know, and you just have to learn these skills so you can know it too. If you're like, hey, yeah, I'm done with this dead bedroom situation. I am still young enough, and I don't want to live the rest of my lives out this way. I love this person. We get along. There's nothing really else wrong with our relationship that badly. I want you to sign up for my connection assessment. In that assessment, I'm going to let you know where these blocks are, what is the energy that is not working, and how you can release it so that the healthy, natural flow of connection can happen again. The link is in my bio. You can message me personally and we can set that up. I can't wait to hear from you. Take care. Bye.